ways, some pavements, and we hope that will enable us to keep up as much as possible.
So it's quite a lot of action here on Acorn Gardens. We've had a mother and a sort of older daughter coming back. She was carrying a bag, and her daughter was carrying what looked possibly like a cake in a box, or maybe some cream buns in a box. They've gone into their even-numbered house. We've had the chap in the car from earlier on clearly dropped off his mate and returned. He had his radio on quite loud and was challenging the 20-mile-an-hour limit there. And the woman who went to Morrison's with the Sainsbury's bag, she is back with something in the bag. And someone's just come out of a house to talk to the guy in the blue car. So yeah, all go on Acorn Gardens. Car comes around the corner here. Yep, that's not a delivery van. Oh, followed by another car, which is also not a delivery van. That's an MG, and that is a Mercedes. She's talking into her phone while driving, which isn't ideal, it must be said. Phone in the left hand, steering wheel in the right. The landscape guys are having a little relax in their van on some kind of tea break. A man goes past in a sort of silver blue VW there, turns left onto Umberslade Road. The mate in the landscaping van is on his phone, tapping away. You can just hear some birds in the distance tweeting. Craig's phone pings. So yeah, I've still got some thank you letters to write from my birthday. They'll need to be written. Birthday was back on Tuesday, so people start to get a bit impatient if I don't get them in the post soon. So it'd be unfair of me to blame the postal service for the late arrival of those. That is my fault for not writing them.
Here comes a a van towing a mini digger, I'm going to say. Yes, mini digger.
Got to like a mini digger.
That's quite a wide one, I think. I think you can get narrower ones than that. I think when we had a little extension built on the back of our house some time ago, and they managed to get a digger down the alleyway, which James has been to my house, will know that is quite narrow.
That is very narrow for a mechanical digger to get down. Human digger, no problem getting down.
There goes the taxi driver. That's a hybrid, I think.
Yeah, we do well to notice that.
Very quiet, indeed. Here comes our friend in the blue Ford Fiesta, and they are making their way out of Acorn Gardens, followed by another little blue car. Give us a cheery wave.
He had his driving gloves on there.
That's sensible. I think I couldn't find my driving gloves this morning, so I've got some rather old woolly ones, which don't actually really keep your hands very warm at all.
Oh, it's done a 3-point turn. The hybrid taxi's just going back that way, right towards Pershall Road. Has just let a passenger cross the road in front of him there, so that's good manners.
My just slight adjustment to my hat there. I think it's a little bit broken, but I'm going to keep it on just to keep my head warm as a health worker comes out of her car. She's making a visit to one of the houses here, which I don't. Yeah, that's not one on Acorn Gardens. That's I think that's a different road. The grounds staff still in their van, obviously waiting for the all clear to go and clear some grounds.
Maybe they're waiting for the thing to grow before they cut it down.
You're listening to the Commentators. We are bringing you live coverage of a postal delivery round here this morning. The postie we've just had word is on his way, and will be starting to deliver letters very soon. As a man walks by with a bag of shopping, and we can't see what's in the bag, but in his other hand he's got a loaf of bread.
That's sensible. You don't want your loaf of bread to be crushed by the other shopping. The soft crusts, no protection. If you've got a big old solid crust, you could probably chuck it in there, but you don't get so many of those nowadays. So another low-key taxi goes back that way, a Mercedes. Got a Vauxhall and a little Ford coming this way. A larger Ford turning up into Acorn Gardens there. Despite still being officially overcast, it's starting to feel a little bit brighter. The cloud cover is getting thinner. Little bird swoops along there. There's 5 birds on the power line there. Oh, and a 6th one's just joined them up there. Red Ford Fiesta there. Quite a few people walking up the cul-de-sac over there, behind that line of poplar trees. Maybe the postal worker will go there and we can follow them, see what's that way, but I don't think the round goes that way. I think that might be someone else's bag, possibly. So I'm quite intrigued as to how fast he's going to go. He could be one of those running in shorts postal workers, in which case we're in big trouble here. Hopefully he's more of an ambling kind of guy or woman. The runner comes past there, not a postal runner, just a runner in a purple top and full length leggings. Black Renault goes past at a fair old rate there. They are going straight over that roundabout there. When I left the house it was about 2 degrees Celsius, and it doesn't feel like it's warmed up at all. Oh, another runner goes across there. He's wearing a red beanie hat. He's come out of that cul-de-sac behind the poplars. Gentleman there with a fur lapelled coat comes towards us. A grey van goes past that way, heading south. Oh, it's the same guy we saw before with the dog that weed on the tree. The dog doesn't wee on the tree coming back this way. The job's already been done. And then he's always this guy in the Fiesta. He's back and forth like Billy. He's just dropped off the young lady. He's back to his house there. Slightly better arrangement in the house. Might have meant he could have dropped them both off one after the other on a single trip. So the man with the dog's gone back into the Morrison's car park. Not many cars in the Morrison's car park, scattered around, including some parked a considerable distance from the shop itself. People who like a little bit of walk to and from.
Sorry, just saw a red vehicle. It's a car. Sorry, everyone. There's a car. If you just joined us, you're listening to live coverage of the Commentators, well, live coverage from the Commentators of a postal delivery round. The only thing we're missing at the moment is the postal delivery worker, but we've just got word that they are on their way, and very soon we will be seeing letters coming out of bags, into hands and through letterboxes.
So here we are, just this would be Sturchley. Probably in Sturchley here, or Selly Oak?
We are in. This is Sturchley. Yes,
Sturchley. So it's a Sturchley sorting office.
I think it comes from Cotteridge sorting office, so it's not far. Just probably 5 minutes up the Pershaw Road. So can get quite busy, that road though. So maybe a little bit of a delay getting down. But we are expecting them to arrive any moment in their bright red van, as a bright blue van turns into Morrison's car park. A cash collection van and a white van comes round the corner past us. Driver picks his nose and gives us a little sideways glance. He's got a high-vis jacket on. The grounds clearance staff still sitting in their van.
Is that them that's turned the radio up?
Yes, they're possibly trying to find our channel. But, we're not broadcasting on VHF or medium wave. We are only on the internet today. You can watch us either on YouTube or on
The internet.
on Mixler.
Sorry. The commentators.
And there they go. They've got a leaf blower, a rake and a spade in there. Hopefully they'll give us a little listen during the day. They've just moved down there.
Yeah, some black bags that look like might have dead leaves in them. So.
There's a lot of leaves around. It's a big job. Birmingham, well known for its trees. Oh no, that's a green.
So more trees than Venice, I think.
More trees than Venice. More canals than Manchester. Oh, that was a little close, quite close at the roundabout there. The little green car didn't quite pause enough to see the black car coming from the right. A vehicle, another van there, and towing something, strange little trailer on the back there. Not quite sure what that is.
Highway maintenance of some kind, possibly. Like possibly a white line painter or something like that.
Oh, here comes a police car. Hopefully not going to be stopping us. Oh. Just an unmarked police car, but with plenty of flashing blue lights to tell people that it is a police car. Here comes another 27. Rounds the corner there, past the roundabout.
So it's that every half hour or so?
I think probably about
20 minutes.
Yeah,
perhaps.
you think it's about 20 minutes, I think.
Minutes.
Half a dozen people on the bus.
It says Dave Baker on the side of the bus. I'm not sure if that's who's driving or who the bus is dedicated to, or if they named the bus Dave Baker.
The lady walks past over the top side of the road with a pushchair. Around the corner now comes a green city council waste collection lorry. So what, these ones not the big bin lorries, but I think they pick up possibly bags from on street and in park litter bins.
Yeah, they've turned up behind those poplar trees as well. That really is quite a busy area up there, whatever's going on. You've got joggers gone up there and walkers, and now that. It really could do with getting moving fairly soon. It's getting quite
Yes,
cold
the
here.
wind is picking up a little bit, so a little bit chilly, but we're hopeful that our postal worker will arrive very soon and we will get on the move. Yes.
So yeah, sorry for the delay. This is totally out of our hands. We were told from 9 o'clock. Oh, there's a magpie though. That's cheered things up.
I think there's only one magpie, so I don't think that has cheered things up. I think it's one for sorrow.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm sorry there's only one.
Or one for cold, possibly, today. There's a little chink of light in coming through the clouds above us though, but not expecting the temperatures to get much above 1 or 2 degrees today.
There's a wood pigeon cooing in the distance.
Union Jack flag just hanging on by just one corner on a flag of a garage over there. There's a large lorry with a crane on the back. I think it probably delivers gravel or tarmac or something.
Good to me, listeners. That's I've not helped you at all there by saying coups in the distance, because the distance doesn't specify whether the distance is far or short. You assume it's a long way away, but the distance could be very short.
A rook sits on the roof of one of the houses here on Acorn Gardens. It's a white Ford Fiesta goes past. Another van comes round the corner, builder's van, this one. And we await the arrival, the big event this morning, the arrival of that red post van and the promise of all the letters and parcels inside that we are going to see delivered today. You are listening to live coverage of a postal round here on the streets of South Birmingham. No other broadcasting institution is able to bring you such exclusive coverage that we are about to embark on today. 12 miles, thousands of letters, maybe even a few parcels. I'd like to see, what would you like to see delivered today, James?
I'd like to see handwritten letters from relatives and friends. I'm not sure if we can see that close up.
I'm not sure we'll get that close. I'd like to see a tube delivered, possibly a rolled up poster, something like that.
Yep, that would be very satisfying. I imagine there'll be a fair number of those envelopes with the little air pocket things. Just see what's going on here. Oh.
So apologies if you're listening on Mixler. We might have just lost you for a little bit there, but we are back now. You haven't missed too much. We are just waiting the postal delivery worker to arrive.
The cash van has just left Morrison's that we reported on arriving earlier on. The 6 birds on the power cable we reported on earlier on, they've flown off. The green municipal rubbish van that we reported on early on has just gone back there with what look like extra black sacks in the back. So things are progressing here, just no letters being delivered as of yet. There's a Union Jack flying at half-mast outside the garage there, but I think maybe that's just because the top bit of the flag has broken and it's draping down. Another, ooh, there we go, a Lord's Taverners minibus goes right round the mini roundabout and back up Umberslade Road. It's all quiet on Acorns Gardens again. We've seen people go to and from the shops, to and from giving people lifts to places, but it's all quiet there now. Yeah, Morrison's car park has got a taxi leaving it. The taxi driver himself seemed to be the one doing the shopping there. The health worker is still in the house just here to our right, on whatever road that is that Acorn Gardens comes off. Could be Bond Street. It's a famous London address, of course, a Monopoly address, but there's one in Birmingham, it turns out, right here in B30. Apologies that we not only were we a bit delayed coming on air due to technical difficulty, but we also were due to do this before Christmas, but some industrial action meant that the postal workers just going to be delivering packages out of the van, and there's no way we were going to keep up with them doing that. This is going to be a foot race. We've been limbering up to try and keep going. Or a runner that we saw earlier on seems to be coming back. She's increased her pace. I think this is on her way home. There's the van, DX van that turns right up Umberslade Road from.
I thought she was chasing that van for a moment, trying to get her parcel, but I think she's just jogging. So there goes a learner driver, or is that the driving instructor? I think that's the driving instructor rather than a learner driver.
A cyclist with a wicker basket on both the front and the back of his bicycle goes into the Morrison's car park. That's old school.
So any moment now, listeners, we are expecting the postal delivery worker to begin.
There's a baking tray on the pavement there underneath that lamp post, which has escaped the eagle eye of the scrap metal merchants who scour the streets of Birmingham. I think that's some orange peel at the foot of that tree that the dog ignored earlier on. There's a tin can in the gutter there. There's a crushed something or other. Bag of wipes at our feet here.
A plane just overhead somewhere. We can't see it. It is still overcast, but can hear it. Just rumbling overhead. A basketball net in the back garden of one of the houses here on Acorn Gardens. One of the workers from the resurfacing team in Morrison's car park just giving us a wave. Here comes the not the postal delivery van. It's someone in a car, a Nissan Note. A ambulance goes past, a white ambulance. They're not quite sure what the difference between a white ambulance and a grey yellow ambulance is.
Non-emergency, I think. Non-emergency.
More patient transport, possibly. Although I imagine in a real emergency they are able to be pressed into service. Lots of people walking past with their hands stuffed in their pockets today. The definite chill in the air. The weather's fine though. No rain at the moment. There's, another builder's van comes round the corner. And two crows fly overhead. You're listening to Commentators. It's Monday morning, the 16th of January. It's probably okay to say Happy New Year to our listeners still, as we haven't seen you since probably Moseley Folk Festival was the last time we did an official broadcast. So Happy New Year to you all. We hope we're bringing you lots of different events this year. The first one of which is this live coverage, we hope, of a postal delivery round.
Mostly commentating on taxis and minibuses at the moment, but we will swing our focus round to postal workers as soon as they arrive. A woman in a mustard-coloured hat and mustard-coloured coat with a rucksack on walks in a determined fashion along the road there. I think that's still Bond Street. Another couple of cars go up Umberslade Road.
Someone in a red coat. This could be a postal delivery worker. They just disappear behind the wall. Oh no, it's someone with a red pushchair. So apologies, listeners. Someone pulling a shopping trolley as well.
That Magpie's back on the guttering there. Oh, it's a second one.
That's
There's
good.
a second Magpie.
That's good. 2 for Joy. And then I think it goes 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. After that, my knowledge is a little bit sketchy. That's good news. We were on a sorrow situation for a while, but we're now moved on to joy. Our joy would be even greater if our postal delivery worker were to show up. Here comes a little
if
mini.
anyone's waiting for their letters on Acorn Gardens, sat by the letterbox, but if they listen to the radio, they could be in the kitchen make a cup of tea, and we'd warn them when the postal worker is approaching.
A little bit of a throaty Honda going past there, in need of a service, I suspect, or possibly has got a special exhaust to make it sound annoying. Little blue car. I think that's a different little blue car than the Acorn Gardens little blue car.
Yes, I think it's a Hyundai there, turning again right onto that little cul-de-sac there. If we don't go there as part of this broadcast, I am going to have to explore it myself. Is that Harriet? Harriet Crescent? Harriet Drive, perhaps?
And the wind really whipping up now, so our trolley is getting a little bit buffeted, so apologies for the quality of the camera work. It does seem to be getting noticeably colder as the morning goes on. We could really do with those that cloud cover breaking up a little bit to let a little bit of sunshine through to warm us up, or we could do with a healthy 12-mile trek around the streets of South Birmingham.
Tiny bit of precipitation, I think.
Yes, a little bit of drizzle on the breeze. The clouds are now moving overhead, and I can see a little bit of blue sky poking through there. So if this cloud does...
Oh, great breaking
Here we
news.
go. Here we
Breaking
go.
news.
This is good news, everyone. The postal van has arrived. The postal worker is just at the back there, getting the keys, unlocking. He'll be getting out bag number 1, I think, James.
Yep, that would be the conventional way of doing it.
And
There's 2 of them.
there's 2 of them. Here he comes now.
He's got the
There is some
shorts.
underarm. He has got shorts on, and he's got a bag over his shoulder. He's got letters primed already in his hand, and hope everyone at home is as excited as we are as we bring you live coverage today, Monday the 16th of January, of a postal delivery worker on their rounds. Here he comes now, white trainers, gloves on, and he's got a little mobile device in his hand there. I think that's for scanning. There he goes straight away. He's pacing up the road now. Nothing for the first few houses. And it's a little bit of an incline here, so he's got and he's making his first drop there. We can't quite see because it's just behind a van. He's having to no straight through, nothing needing to be signed for there, and in goes the letter there, and he's straight on now to the next house, which has got a little wooden picket fence around it, and he nothing for them. And as he makes his way to the top of the road, past a little conifer hedge, we have just got to negotiate past a car here.
He's got fingerless gloves on, which is probably essential. Keep the hand warm, but also enable you to separate the letters from each other.
And he's going at quite a lick here. He's at the top of the incline here at Acorn Gardens.
As speculated earlier on, Acorn Gardens does start at number 5 on the odd numbers. And all goes right up to number 43 there.
That's right, he's slightly gone out of sight now under a canopy of a house, and he's I think he's having to knock on the door there. We're just going to stay. Oh no, he's done that, and now he comes out from the canopy, past the tree, just adjusts the bag, and he's on now to his next house. He ignores that house, nothing for them today. Nothing for the neighbours there either, and nothing for them either. And we come to the end of the cul-de-sac now, as he does have some letters. The gentleman who's just come out of one house, gone back into another house. Dogs are barking. This is what we expected. We were expecting some dogs. Dogs are safely contained in the house, though, and he makes his way now past down a little path. It's a bit of green here.
Must be very satisfying, Craig, to occasionally be able to hand a letter directly to the customer. He does. Yeah, we're going to have to really crack on, listeners. This is marvellous. This is giving us a chance to catch up slightly. We need some more letters like this. We're there we go. That's it. I think we're back on. We're suffering some technical issues at the moment. We can see you back on visually. Can Craig be heard? So we seem to be down to one microphone just at the moment. We've totally lost sight of the postman, disappeared into the distance. It's difficult to tell where he is. He's left us trailing in his wake. There's so we're going to keep going to move on a little bit. It's I can see him there. He's just been delivering at local. Just been delivering at some local shops. Might just ask Craig to take full control of the setup there if he's unable to be heard. We shall try and share the commentary out a little bit. So yes, we've fallen behind, but does seem possible that we could keep up as long as he has a decent number of letters to deliver. It's there's a woman up had just gone into one of those shots. Gentleman there with a little dog. No sign of the postman now. And going to keep our eyes peeled. He's doubled back on himself onto the Pershaw Road. Quite sure. Yeah, there's no sign of him. There could be that he's gone down here, but I don't think so. I think we saw him go away to our right there. Studio 1 parking only. No public thoroughfare as a jogger goes past with some equipment strapped to his chest. Quick stop convenience store. on our left, with lots of containers where stuff can be dropped off and picked up. There's a lighting shop just here, an electrical wholesaler. It's Studio One is a beauty and sport beauty spot, it says there, so that's facials, massages, etc. No sign of where the postal worker is now. This is Warwoods Lane. Not sure I can see him in the distance in either direction. There's no sign. If it's radio only, we might stand a chance, but certainly all this video kit has been slowing us down a little bit. We're now right by the Pershaw Road. So we're just a little bit stuck here. So going to try and find this postman again, see if we've got any chance of catching him up. He's got a fair old head start on us now. Spent a fair bit of time waiting for him, and as soon as he arrived, he shot off into the distance at a very impressive lick. That Studio One beauty spot is closed. The Gaia News off license is also closed, and have to wait here to for the crossing lights to let us through. It's a lot of traffic here on the Pershaw Road on this Monday, so there's a long delay before pedestrians are allowed across. There's a gentleman waiting to come across. We're off. We are crossing in front of an articulated lorry. The bleeps are going. We're halfway across. The bleeps are still going. The green man is flashing, but we are all the way across safely, listeners. We've got the River Ray, or tributary of the River Ray, going underneath us on the little bridge here. Going to try and track down this here postie. Heaven knows where he is now. We're just going over this bridge here. Traffic streaming past us on the right. Very bright yellow van there. This is Cartland Road. Oh, gentleman running past us the other way. St Andrew's Methodist Church. Looking up Cartland Road, no sign of the postie there. Gettier van goes across there. Got to decide where we're going to go and try and find him now. Craig, have you got anything to add?
Apologies, listeners. My slight technical issue with my microphone. But yes, we now slightly lost track of the posties. Possibly he's gone into a private block of flats, which is just around the corner here, which we don't have access to. It's very busy traffic-wise here now. As the gentleman at a bus stop is on the telephone. We can't see the post van either. That's moved on to a different location. I think we're just going to head up the road a little bit to see if we can spot him as he makes his way to the little bit of parkland. James is now in charge of the trolley as a carpentry van goes past. We're heading towards a little bit of parkland here, which we know is on his round. Obviously he's not here for us, he's here to deliver letters, and he's on a tight schedule, and he can move at quite a lick, as you would have seen earlier if you were tuned into our YouTube channel. The gentleman on the phone at the bus stop. Just checking the times, see whether his bus is on the way. The cyclist just crosses the road. Didn't press the button for the pedestrian crossing. Decided to get across without having to ask the traffic to pause. So we are now heading to a little bit of parkland. There's an area of housing that we know that the postal delivery worker does deliver to. So if we just turn around here, James, we pause here, we might have a chance to catch him again as he goes by. We are slightly down on a microphone here, so apologies for that, listeners.
Yep, no sign of me being heard at all. Yes, no sign of that microphone working at the moment, and obviously we're live on air, so we don't want to do too much plugging and unplugging that might disrupt the coverage. We're on the Ray Valley cycle route now here, so there's an increasing chances that we'll get some bicycle going on. We get a little toot there from the guy from the car park, which is nice. A bit of encouragement is always welcome when you're on these commentary duties. We've got a replacement cable maybe on the way here. It's Hazelwell Park that we're beside. There's the Riverbrook Medical Centre over there, a two-storey NHS building with a monkey puzzle tree in the garden. Certainly warmed us up a bit, Craig, that zooming around the pavements.
Yes, indeed. Caught us a little bit by surprise there. We knew he was going to be quick. We've seen him at work before, but he was a lot quicker than even we were expecting today. So we have slightly lost sight of him. We know he's around here somewhere, and so we're hoping that we'll be able to catch up with him very soon. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of daylight now, those clouds skimming over our heads, and some blue sky visible. So we've moved from overcast to mostly cloudy, I would say now, verging, hopefully we might even get to partly cloudy if we're lucky.
So yes, a black Tesla pulls off into Riverbrook Drive there. We've got white vans going past, a few pedestrians here, a young woman very sensibly with earmuffs there, man less sensibly going across the grass there. Not sure if he's being followed at a distance by his dog. Yes, he is. He stopped to turn around to check that his dog is following him, but the dog's busy sniffing around the edge of the grass there. You can see a path, a muddy path where the dog owners will have gone in the past. Their route having made a bit muddy conditions there through the grass. The sensible girl with the leg warmers past us there. She's got a bit of a knee support, so it might be that she's going into the Riverbrook Medical Centre. I think she is, you know. I think she's going to have someone give a bit of attention to that knee there. She's going nice and fast. Might be that she's a bit late for her appointment. Another dog owner comes the other way. Is she going? Yep, she's into the Riverbrook Medical Centre there, just checking her phone to check her appointment details are as she remembers them. One goes past, which I think that's a Rottweiler there, a cyclist with a very smart blue bicycle comes that way. Traffic has stopped for the dog walker and the cyclist. Now it restarts. An important linking road this between Sturchley and the back of King's Heath.
And I think I might be back, listeners.
Welcome back to
thank
Craig.
you. Apologies for that.
What magic did you
I
do there?
pressed a button that I think accidentally got pressed in the heat of battle there as we were attempting to find the postman. Now,
that would make sense. There was a lot of jiggling around at that point.
There was a lot of jiggling. Hope we've not made you travel sick at home as a ambulance makes its way up Cartland Road. We have slightly lost track of our postie now. We know that he will be coming past this point at some point on his round fairly soon. Fairly soon is tricky to guess at the moment because he does move so quickly, as you would have seen if you were listening earlier.
So joggers use the excuse of the pedestrian crossing here to have a little rest, but he's back off along the Ray Valley Walk. The unmarked one we saw early on with its lights flashing. Van full of fruit drives past us, and a bright yellow Mercedes goes the other way. The dog walker has joined the main path there. His dog sniffing around the bushes there. The Riverbrook Medical Centre has another patient arriving, I think, accompanied by someone. There's two of them. Looks like husband and wife. Oh, possibly been dropped off by a daughter there, and I think that's it. They're going in. So yes, another customer at the Riverbrook Medical Centre. Oh, and pedestrian crossing again. Oh, it's another dog coming back this way. Maybe going to catch up with the dog up ahead. Yeah, owner there. Looks like they've got a little mug of tea or coffee there, a little thermos mug. That's possibly a Whippet. In Whippet and a coat. Yeah, it's all action here. The number 5 cycle route, national cycle route number 5, famously runs through the centre of the city of Birmingham. Sainsbury's van goes up the hill along with a video surveillance unit. We're of course doing our own audio surveillance here. Passengers wait for a bus which is just coming. I think this is a right turn off the Pershaw Road. This could be that famous number 27. We've seen a couple of them going the other way. This could be a 27 coming this way. Craig may have picked up some intel on where our friendly postal worker is.
Yes, we're just going to head back in the direction we came. Hope that we might catch him.
Do you want to use this pedestrian crossing here?
Let's try it out, shall we? It's generally pretty quick, this one, so I would suspect as soon as James... Yes, there we go. He's pressed the button, it's turned amber. There's an amber gambler there. Mercedes driver, of course. A little respect there for rules of the road. And we're going to go up. We go. And head down, now back down Cartland Road. The medical equipment van goes past. We're just going to take it nice and steady, so our camera doesn't make you feel too sick.
Well, a car trying to reverse onto this busy road here, that is a challenge. Edging, edging, edging. I think we are now obstructing their view a little bit. But the hill, they might slow us down in a second.
We'll just get out of the way, I think, for them, so they can see what's happening.
Yep, they've managed to get the traffic stopped in one direction. Oh, she's trying to go across both lanes. Wow, that's... yep, so a bit of disruption on both directions. The number 76 bus is briefly held up there. And I imagine she does that manoeuvre a lot, and so has got used to doing it. So yes, very professionally done. A taxi driver decides whether or not to overtake a stationary bus and a car in front of him, but wisely decides against that.
We're going to try and find a little bit of a drop curve to go down here, and there we go. It's one with the little noddles on to help those visually impaired people. And we're going to go up another one. Oh, the wind's really whipping around here now, and we've not quite managed to negotiate that. So we're going to head down to the junction here. Hopefully that viewpoint will give us a better idea of where our friendly postie might be. See, not in a position to make concessions for us, trying to keep up with him. He's got a job to do, and we've got a job to do. He's done his quite well. We're struggling to do ours quite so professionally today. We know that he goes to area around the pub just at the bottom of the road here, so we might be able to catch him there. We're able to catch up with him there. He was so fast. There goes a fire engine. And we turn the corner now. The firefighters in their engine there, just pausing at the traffic lights. Nice smoother bit of pavement here, past a boarded up house that's going to be redeveloped by the look of it.
Two Enterprise vans returning to their Enterprise base here, almost in convoy, which is impressive. I didn't realise that there's a Hilton van hire right next to it, so there's a lot of competition there, unless the Enterprise has taken over from the Hilton people.
Past the snooker club and hand car wash. Oh, it'd be cold doing a hand car wash today, James. I'm glad we got out of that game.
Yes, you'd want warm water on a day like this.
A bit of an uneven road surface there, so apologies to the viewers. Nearly scratched an Enterprise car there, but with our trolley, but managed to avoid doing that. He Someone else with a trolley over there. They've got a trolley full of shopping, though. So we cross another road.
So we're crossing Twining Road, still B30 there. Opposite the Balti Bazaar restaurant, a while till that opens. Now we're the front end of that Morrison's that we commentated so much upon the car park of.
We're just going to cross over to the pub that is opposite Morrison's. Hope that we might catch our postie on the reverse trip.
Here we are, we're off.
We are off. Still green. It's
bleeping.
still green. It's still green. It's still green. It's flashing, but we're safely on the other side now. Just looking
Once
towards.
again, we're on the lookout for the postie.
Past the pub. Rain's starting to come down a little bit again. We're going to head. There's the van. There's the van. This is good news. There is the van. So I think we've caught up with him. He's done his rounds there. He's getting his next bag. So we're going to see. Here he is. There he is. Oh, this is good news, listeners. Bad news is we've got quite a big curve there, but we're over it. We're safely through. We're back. And his mate has dropped him off. He's collected his next bag. And he is almost back to where we started. We could have saved ourselves a lot of trouble there by just holding on and staying in the same place and waiting for him to come back. But we were keen to try and keep up with him there.
Yeah, he's coming
Here he
towards us
comes.
here, we might just wait.
This is good news, everyone. Hope you're still with us. We've got a little bit of rain issue here, so we might have to cover up our bags. We don't quite know where he went there. Presume he was delivering letters, didn't just nip off to a cafe, but here he comes now. He's got 2 bags, crisscross situation there. He's got a big box in the back of one of those bags, and he has also got a bundle of letters in his hand as well, and he heads towards the pub there. And we're going to try not to lose him this time as we go up and down the curb. Up this one. And there we go. We're back on track. Really makes you realise how awkward some of our pavements are. We're going to just tilt it back here and get it over. There we go. Over the wobbly bits. And we've just lost him on the corner again, but he can't have gone far. Might have been delivering to the pub there. And we're back onto Pershaw Road now. Cyclist is coming towards us on the pavement, and a cyclist coming behind us on the pavement. He don't think he's gone to the pub, so he hasn't gone that way.
I believe he's gone in for a chat with the bar star.
I think he might have raced
on.
on. He's gone on, so we will go on as well.
Twining Road, possibly. It's back onto territory we've just been on. So in a second we'll be able to look down Twining Road to see if he is there. If he is, we've lost him entirely.
Yeah, he might be heading towards the park area where we just were. unbelievable how we can so quickly lose him. He does move at a
Next time
real
we could
pace.
do with putting a tracking device on this postman.
Has he gone into that? No, there's a someone cutting a hedge there, but no sign of the... oh, here he is, he's behind us. We're actually ahead of him. This is good news, and he now makes his way to the snooker hall. Are they getting any letters there? Someone just asking him whether he's got any post for him. He's looking through his bag. He's managing to find a little letter for him. This is a scan one. This is a tracked one. So the customer keen to get that because he's got other things to do. He signs the screen with his finger, hands over the little silver package, and the postie heads now towards the snooker club.
So I think this is a point, Craig, as we were saying earlier on, this is 2 bags. Bag 2 is 2 bags.
Bag 2 is 2 bags. I wonder if it's 2 bags today because there is quite a large cardboard box in there. I don't know about listeners at home, but I'm quite surprised to see the size of a parcel that an on-foot postal delivery worker has to deliver. When does that move on to parcel force?
Yeah, and you feel sorry for them when they have to take it back. Oh, he's gone into the Iron Maiden's laundering service shop. Just had a little cheery, there's your letter to them. One through the corrugated iron of the Rainbow Garden Cantonese takeaway. Nothing for Mighty Right. Battery World, nothing. Bengal Char, low one. He's had to bend down. That's floor level, and he's back on. This is beautiful work, both by him and, frankly, by us as well.
Where's he going to go now? Is he going to cross the road? There are a little row of businesses here as well.
We're right up behind him.
And he's got red soles to his trainer feet there. And there's a little row of houses and a little row of businesses along here. One into there. One into the next one. He moves on swiftly. Nothing for that one. Nothing for that one. And nothing for that one. Anything for the tandoori restaurant? No, nothing for them. And we are now we're crossing the road. He presses the button. Is he going to pause, or is he going to risk life, limb and post and leap in front of moving traffic?
I think we're all ready to go now, listeners. We're right up behind him, and he's not worried about the rain there. He's not got any protection.
You can see his breath though in the air. It is chilly. He goes for it. It's still on red. This is dedication. We are slightly more encumbered than he is, and we are going to wait for the green man. His breath now clear on the cold morning here.
He's getting away from us here, Craig. This is very, very bad.
It's okay. We go amber. We're amber and we're red. Here we go. Across the road. It's green, green, green. He turns the corner. We know where he's going though. It's where we just were. If you just joined us, you're listening to the Commentators bringing you live coverage of a postal delivery round this Monday morning, the 16th of January. And we're on the streets of South Birmingham, trying to keep up with possibly the fastest postal delivery worker in the world. He's crossed over. He's on the other side of the road. This is going to be tricky for us. I wonder whether we should stay on this side of the road and perhaps broadcast from a distance.
It's had to open a gate there.
It's a house with a new door, I think. The windows all match a rather tasteful grey colour. It's a letterbox at the bottom of the door, so he's got to bend down there, which is tricky for him. He closes the gate very conscientiously, and now he goes up, ignores that road, so that road's not on his route, which is interesting. So another postie has that road, even though he is walking straight past it. Nothing for that house. I thought perhaps for a moment there was. Nothing for that one either. Two people waiting at the bus stop for the number 27. We've seen 2 27s going the other way. Hopefully we'll be able to bring you coverage of 27 going that way. There's another one at the bottom of the door. Quite a lot of bending up and down to do here. This letterbox in a UPVC plastic door in the middle, much easier. He looks in the bag, just checks. Yep, everything's there. Here goes the parcel. That's a book, I would say. A book, I think.
I'm not sure it's going to go. Is that going to go in the letterbox? Letterbox just wide enough. That's good. Steps over the small wall.
Now here's this interesting. They've got a metal box on the wall, and they've also got a letterbox. He pushes the. Yes, the parcel's gone through. Now he's going back the other way. This is confusing now. He's heading back the other way, so we're going to head back the other way too. So, here comes the bus. This is not the 27 though. This is the 76. It's a double decker, but it does stop, even though the sign on the bus stop says it's only for the 27. The 76 does stop as well. Just going to so he does do that road, I think, but just weaving our way through the traffic there, slightly against the risk assessment that we filled in earlier, but we are very keen to make sure we bring you as much coverage as we can on this Monday
just
morning
up ahead,
round.
listeners, just up ahead.
The sun now coming out, the athletic form of the postie silhouetted against that watery winter sunshine. And he's in our sights now. Those red souls just yards ahead of us. As in he goes now to another house. Not very short paths here. And he crosses over. Where's he going to go now? Nothing for... is that it for the rest of this side of the street? Perhaps he's on the opposite side now. Steps up, goes to a back door, rings the doorbell, knocks the knocker. And is this going to be the big parcel?
So yeah, take a little bit out of the way here. Just
the gentleman answers the door. And
just sign for that.
He scans it. He's picking up. That's a pick up. Well, this is unprecedented. Didn't know that happened. So that was actually a pick up rather than a delivery. So I didn't even know that. So now he's got more than he started with now, because he's got a huge cardboard box now. Look like an Amazon return possibly. So now he's got to cart that around for the rest of the day. Rings the doorbell and makes his there's a house there with a lovely display of house plants.
Very well maintained hedge as well. So yeah, I've never seen that giving a letter to your place. Maybe it's a side hustle of some kind.
So the door is answered. We're going to just go a discreet distance away, yes, so we don't cause any difficulties.
So give ourselves a little head start when he sets off again.
So the house has just been sold there, opposite, and he's just got 3 packages there now. He's stuffing those. I think that was a pickup as well. I think that was picked up.
It's getting very complicated now.
He's now got
that bag.
That second bag is now just full of things that he's picking up. He closes the gate. Nothing for next door. Nothing for next door. So not much post for this road today. Mainly collection. There's someone. There, you've got something. There, you've got something. Bright yellow door.
Serves 2 houses there, so that could be an efficiency for him.
Closes the gate again, very, very conscientiously. It's getting a little bit red in the face now. I think that could be as much to do with the cold as it is to do with the effort that he is putting in. He's going, still going at quite a pace. There's still quite a few miles to cover yet. And where's he going to go now? He's back round the corner. He's already delivered to these houses, so not quite sure where he heads to next. He's already been down this road in one direction. Now heading back down it in the other direction, past the little church. Sunshine now coming out. This is a much better day all round now. We've got postal action, we've got sunshine. Hope you're enjoying this unprecedented coverage of postal delivery worker today. We're round the corner now. We're going back the way we came. Now here we go. So yes, so we're back now, delivering on the opposite side of the road to the snooker club. One in there through a brown wooden door.
So I think this is where the guy who signed for it from across the road, I think this is where he would have had to pick up from. So the guy, by coming direct to the postie, did gain himself about 5 minutes of time. So
closes the gates again. A lot of must be bin collection day here. Quite a few full bins outside houses here. Through another gate. Manages to do 2 houses in one. Leans across to his left. In goes that letter, and
we are right up behind him, listeners. Right up behind him.
Opens up the silver.
Nice mosaic numbering there, Craig, on that
and
house.
He's away, gate closed again, and on he goes. Are we going to get to go? Ah yes, Church Drive. Church Drive. This is exciting stuff. A little cul-de-sac here.
Also, this is a house with upstairs, seems to be different from downstairs, 2 different houses.
Oh yes, flats. They look like a house. I think that might be called a maisonette, I think. And this is private parking here on this little cul-de-sac. Some silver birch tree there. You can see the nests visible in the tree as there's no leaves on it. He goes. He knocks on the door of that house.
Little, he doesn't mess around. He does door and bell, one after the other, just to say, hey, it's open. Someone there in their dressing gown takes the. Has to sign with the little pad he has over straight across.
Quite a few cars here, and so suggests maybe still people working at home, perhaps, or at home with small children, or using public transport. Of course, we've seen that the number 27. Here goes that big parcel. This is going to be a big relief for him. He.
Well, it looks very light, doesn't it?
It does look light, but cumbersome. He's trying. Oh no, it's a different house. It's a different house, and the sun's just in our eyes. So it's a little bit difficult to tell. He knocks on the door. He waits, and he waits.
I wonder if he's going to be able to leave that on the doorstep if they don't answer. He's going to hear drag if he has to take it back to the sorting office.
He might have to take it back to the sorting office. He might have to leave a little form. Doesn't seem like he gives it another knock, and he waits. And he waits again. The ground staff, I think these are maybe the grounds people that we saw earlier, maybe.
Yeah, he's going to get no answer there. He's going to have to fill in one of those
forms.
He's
going to have to leave a card.
That is a drag though, Craig, that big parcel.
I'm not quite sure how you plan for this kind of thing. If you're doing pickups as well, and you've got big parcels, and then people are at home, what if he's got a spare bag in one of those other bags?
That's the approach I would take.
So, yep, he's still got that parcel, and then back it goes into the bag. You can see the look of disappointment on his face, but he's still looking very positive despite having to carry that around for the rest of his round. He checks his watch, his tracking device again, and makes his way back onto busy Pershaw Road. Up the pavement we go. Sun's out. His legs are out. He adjusts his shorts. Arms swinging. He looks like he's tiring slightly. Could be Monday morning blues a little bit. Past the Enterprise rent car. No post for them. And are we going down? Yes, we are. Down Twining Road. So I know a lot of listeners have been wanting to visit that. Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. He's just checking there. Has he got a pickup to do, maybe? He pauses on the corner there, has a look around. Maybe he's going to get picked up here. Maybe that's the end of his round, and he's waiting for his mate to come.
This could be an opportunity to get rid of that big cumbersome parcel if he's got his mate joining him, the van.
Yes, those the ones that he couldn't, the one that he couldn't deliver, and the ones that he had to pick up. He's going to get a little conversation with a member of the public.
Yeah, I think they're talking about the coldness of the weather. It's just indicated his hands with the fingerless gloves.
Yeah, looks up at the sky, says, well, at least it's not raining. He's had a lot of rain recently, our postal workers, with some
So how do you
torrential
think it's
mornings.
been going so far, Craig, then?
I think he's going to be pretty pleased, I think. We obviously we did lose sight of him for a little while, not quite sure where he went then. We're presuming he was delivering. He didn't just nip into a supermarket for a cup of tea. But I would say possibly quite quiet today. Not that many letterboxes to visit. But something new that we've both learnt today is that the posties have quite big parcels to deliver, and they also do collections, which is that's a new one on me.
Do you think he's eased off the pace a little bit, or have we just grown accustomed to his pace, which enables us to keep up a bit better?
I think we were lucky there that there were those couple of pickups to do, which just gave us a little opportunity. We've got a slightly smoother surface, I think, than where we started. I think those pavements have possibly been resurfaced quite recently, which has made our easier to move our equipment. And obviously he's going to be flagging a little bit now. He's having to wait. He's going to be probably getting a little bit frustrated as he waits for his colleague to finish off this road.
He's going to have to be careful cooling down a bit as well. He will have got limbered up, warmed up, and now just cooling off. He's not got the advantage of the natural fibres coats.
No, on the bag relay handover, obviously quite a lot hinges on that for both posties. So they have their own rounds to do, but kind of share the van. They have to rely on each other's speed and fitness.
That was just surprising. Just noticed on the lamppost just here that this too is part of the number 5 National Cycle Network route. Who would have thought so?
Yes, indeed. It goes along the river, I believe, and out to the south of the city. Yeah, postie still looking anxiously down the road for his colleague.
So another unknown is how many different postal workers each van services.
That's right. Occasionally,
4 routes, perhaps.
Yeah, occasionally there was only 2 of them, weren't there? But maybe the van. I don't know if there was another postie in that van as well, just these two. One drives, does the drop, the other one just does the delivering. Possibly not insured, possibly not both insured to drive the van. It's a beautiful morning now. Still a chill in the air, but sun is just visible now above the rooftops here of this rather nice row of terraced houses that curve away slightly down towards the River Ray. Traffic continues its constant flow behind us, incoming and outgoing. City life streaming past us. Talking of the river, there's vans of the Environment Agency, possibly going to see if any geese have died of bird flu recently. Oh, there's an Enterprise van, not being returned though. Yeah. A nurse or a midwife walking past the Balti restaurant. A resident of the road we're on drives down, and still we wait for our postie's colleague to arrive with the van so that he can get rid of that undeliverable parcel.
And I suppose those other parcels he's picked up as well.
And the pickups as well. Imagine things are getting back to normal for our postal delivery workers after the industrial action for and around Christmas. Imagine there was quite a backlog of letters and parcels to shift, but hopefully now we're a couple of weeks into the new year. It's got a little bit easier, although those pickups might have been unwanted Christmas presents being returned perhaps.
It does seem like good form that the postal workers are prepared to pick up Amazon parcels when so many Amazon vans do their own deliveries.
Yes, it did look like an Amazon parcel, although of course the customer could have just been using an old Amazon box as packaging, and maybe wasn't actually an Amazon parcel. But we're just speculating there. We're not exactly sure. We're trying to a discreet distance so that a little bit of privacy for people.
Just had a slightly terrifying thought, Craig, that when this van, two police cars, police car and a minibus both drive very fast by. I was just thinking, Craig, horror could be that if the postal worker gets into this van and relocates to bag 3, we're really going to have to hot-foot it over to the start of that route.
I think that is going to possibly happen. I think he might be heading back, ironically, to where we've just been. But we'll, I think, an area of that is going to be out of bounds for us anyway, because there's a block of flats. So that might give us a little bit of time just to catch up with him as he goes there.
Well, stay with us during the transfer, if that does happen, ladies and gentlemen, because we'll still bring you live coverage of all the happenings in this area of South Birmingham. Looking at Rob's Mobility, your local mobility specialists, we could consider maybe getting some motorised wheelchair for ourselves on this.
Yes, if we were looking to upgrade our equipment, there's quite a range in there. There's a nice one there with a little bit of a roof on it as well, which would protect us from inclement weather. We've been lucky so far, just a little bit of breeze. We could have one each, possibly, and maybe construct some system that would join the two together to enable us to have our camera mounted in the middle.
Or someone could ride pillion. I think that might work well. Yeah, sort of double layer.
not quite sure what speed you get out of one of those. Probably a top speed of 10 miles an hour, maybe, I should think.
Yes, sufficient. I think technology's moved on a lot.
Yes, and the postie he's walking fast, but he's not walking 10 miles an hour. Probably, what would you say? Natural walking pace.
I think, well, it's
5 miles an hour.
I think three's a standard. You're just walking along pace, isn't it? So he's going faster than that, but he's also nipping in and out of the.
Here we go. Here comes the van. Now we're going to see, rather like the train used to do when the mail train. We used to hang the baskets on the on a hook by the side of the railway for them to go. He gets in the van now, and they are close his door. A little bit of exchange, and they're off now, and they are going to be heading back to where we came. I think they've got to turn right. We've got a slight advantage. We don't have to wait for the traffic here, and on we go past Enterprise Rent-A-Car again. And as I say, we do have the advantage of not having to wait for lights to change, although of course we will have to wait for the pedestrian crossing light to change. Slightly tricky incline for us there, a little bit of a pothole, and up onto the curb again, and a smoother surface for us here as we head over past the bins, over the cable TV hatches, past a white BMW. Still no sign of the post van, so hope he was turning right. Traffic lights are. He's just behind us now. He's got to wait traffic lights for that to turn green. It's gone green. He's got to turn right though, so he's got to wait for the a break in the oncoming traffic. And, we're going to head back up to where we've just come from, where we saw some of those parcels being picked up earlier, over a little driveway made of brick, and there he goes past us now, and he has to stop, and he's going to turn left by Riverbrook Medical Centre, and we may have just lost our camera. Apologies for that. It's still there. It's just dropped down a little bit, so the postie in the van turns left into Riverbrook, as James attempts to adjust the tripod, re-secure our camera, and we are going to just head down the pavement and up the next pavement. The post van has turned left, and I can just see it through the trees there. This is going to be an area where we're going to have to be quite discreet, I think, because he does go into a gated community, so we will have to remain a discreet distance behind. A white van goes past, and a member of traffic control team in their bright high-vis outfit makes their way up the road. We've just missed the crossing this time, so we're going to have to wait, I think, otherwise we're going to get run over. Wait for the traffic to clear. The post van's still there, just outside the medical centre.
Yes, I think he might have just delivered at the Riverbrook Medical Centre there. Just indicating to pull off. Yep. Just going further down the Riverbook Drive. There, I think his mate just waited for him. He's taking him further on. The brake lights are on. I could just see through the
Oh, it's
trees.
red.
Here we're
It's red. Oh, it's green for us, red for cars. Over we go. Up onto the pavement. Car park of the medical centre, erected to administer COVID vaccination jabs, but not staffed today. And we're at outside a children's centre and an old folks home as well. Down onto the road over the school keep clear signs and into a little estate of houses and apartments. Dark red brick.
I think the van's staying with him for this bit of the delivery round. Craig, no sign of the van coming back out.
No, perhaps they share this one. There's a there he goes. He's going into a block of apartments there, which we won't be able to go into. So we'll just find a convenient place to hold up while he goes into there. So yes, there's the van. So it looks like, yes, they do share this little there's quite a lot of houses here. You sort of never really know they were here. Goes up quite a long way back from the river. He's now just gesturing to someone there who thanking him for delivering.
That's nice. That building looks like it's got a little deck to sit out on there. It's assisted living home or something.
Yes, I think so. So quite a lot of different flats and apartments here, maisonettes, terraced houses.
Yeah, peaceful riverside location.
All built in around the 70s, 80s possibly. So quite a new development.
Yes, I think this the close to the river looks newer than the stuff further back. Oh, we've maybe want to move on a little bit. Just got a blue VW van there. It's just coming past us. So he's been gone in there a while now.
Yes, I think it does go back further than you think. As a white van comes past, and his colleague, he going to be doing the other side of the road onto a close. He steps up onto the pavement. He hasn't got a bag. He's got all his just clutched in his arm there.
It's good to see there isn't too much demarcation, that the van driver is also prepared or allowed to deliver letters.
It's quite a sophisticated system in operation with these two. Very carefully planned out, quite complicated route system, and two of them got it nicely worked out, so that there's very little hanging around. We saw a little bit of waiting while the driver had possibly a few more letters to deliver than the postie on foot. So the postie on foot had to wait a little bit. But that's the only pause we've seen so far. Very, very slick operation indeed.
Yep, the pit so close seems to be where the mate's going. They're parked up outside the Artingstall house with their van. I'm sure they've got a little agreement where the residents there are quite happy to have the postal van there for a few moments.
Sun's gone in again a little bit behind that cloud building up. I think there's a possibility of some snow later, but we're hoping that we'll get through our coverage without that causing us any problems. So our postie now slightly out of sight. We're keeping a discreet distance here. This is a more a gated residential care community, so we have decided to just maintain a discreet distance and let him get on with that. We're expecting him to reappear any moment now. Here's Connie the driver, also slightly out of sight.
Sounds like someone's doing a bit of drilling in the house behind us there. It's difficult to tell if that's DIY or somebody else. The tone of the drilling goes down, almost like a door's being closed between us and the drilling. And it's stopped. The mate here, he's come back into view. There's a white door that he's putting a parcel through, and I think he's still got some envelopes to go. He's trudging. I think trudging is the right way of describing it.
He's not wearing shorts, this one. He's got more sort of walking trousers, I would say, waterproof walking trousers, and a bright red Royal Mail coat.
Yes, I think they are Royal Mail issue trousers. I did notice in my local sorting office that they'd got a new uniform that they were vaunting, I suppose.
There's a little bit of reflective strip on them as well, just to help them stand out on a dull, overcast winter's day. So both our posties now out of sight.
Yep, the mate's gone down the little alleyway there between two houses. There must be some more houses discreetly positioned behind them. The pit was so close, has got one of those places where it tells you the numbers on that bit. So there must be some other bits with the other numbers on it. Have you been to this part of the world before, Craig?
I do walk across the river. Don't live. Oh, a cat! There's a cat. Watch out, cat! There's a van coming. It's a. I say it's a tabby white tabby cat. So white chest and white feet, and it's got busy now. So a blue Nissan car attempts to make its way past, allowing that van to go round. The cat disappears round the corner. Yes, I do walk along the river quite a lot here. There's a jogger too there. Got gloves on. It is still pretty cold. A crow picks at the grass, trying to find some worms. The ground will be nice and soft here at the moment. Been a lot of rain here recently. There goes the cat in the middle of the road, making its way across. There's a gentleman outside his house. I think he's possibly having a cigarette outside his house. And our posties are both currently out of sight.
Yeah. Man smoking a cigarette did a little.
Oh, there's another cat!
Did the squeaky come to me cat sound, which repelled the cat.
The sandy coloured cat has just arrived, possibly waiting for the tabby cat to disappear before it came on the scene.
Drilling started up again briefly, but has stopped again now.
So we're just waiting here at pit. So close for our two posties to reappear. They both got quite a lot of doors to visit here, as it is quite a cluster of apartments and houses.
Yeah, you wouldn't have thought there were quite that many houses hidden away down here, but there's no sign of them reappearing. Two of the gentlemen from the van have just poked their heads round the corner. In their fluorescent tops, they've gone back.
The cat sniffs around a hedge and has a wee up it. Bet he wouldn't have done that when the other cat was around. Very brave now, but let's see what happens if that other cat reappears. Skulks round, trots up the slight incline, disappears behind a car. It's very quiet here now. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Just looks like one letter left in his hand. Might be one that he wasn't able to deliver. Might have to go back to the post office.
Maybe one that had to be signed for, possibly a court summons, something like that, that needed proof of delivery. So of course when they've finished delivering, their job isn't over. They have to return to the depot to sort through the things that they haven't been able to deliver, all the things that they've collected. Oh, that sandy coloured cat now sprints back across the road, pauses to look at a pedestrian, and runs off into the bush. The driver of the van, he's back first, and gets in the van, closes the door. Is he going to start it up in anticipation of his mate coming back? Chef walks past us now, possibly the chef for the resident. We have started up. He's reversing out of that parking space. So a gentleman walks out. There's a little bit of
That's trim or something.
trim, yeah, just come loose at the bottom of the van. Nothing integral to the mechanical stability of the van, I don't think. He's heading down there. He's possibly going to meet his colleague down there.
It's a slightly high top Fiat that they're using there. I wonder if they've ever had it to capacity to make use of that extra height, extra 6 inches or so of height they get.
Yeah, not quite enough to stand up in, but would enable you to get a tall parcel in there. Couldn't get a wardrobe, I don't think, but you could probably get an easel or a stand for an archery target, or a hoover.
I would definitely get a hoover.
I mean, obviously you could lay all those things down on their side anyway, but they take up more room possibly like that.
So
Fork garden, fork and spade, you get them to stand up quite easily in that. Ladder, step ladder, not a big ladder,
Not
but maybe
extended.
a 5 or 6 step ladder you could get to stand up in there as well, I think.
drilling starts again. We might be advised to reposition ourselves something. They could come barrelling out of this road.
Yep, I think they're going to come out of here and back onto the road here and head for their next drop. So we might try and steal a march on them by getting ourselves into a better position. Here they come in fact. So we good call there from James. Years of experience paying off there. And we're back up onto the pavement. Here they come now, and they are heading. I know where they're going now, and we're not going to go the way they're going. We're going to go along the river, but we do have a little bit of a circuitous route to get there. We're going to pass the low-level laurel hedge. Past the Children's Centre and Medical Centre. It's quite a rough surface here, so apologies for listeners at home. Lots of this pavement has been dug up for rewiring street lamps, laying cable television, and it started to snow. So we are just going to cover up our sensitive equipment here so that we can maintain our coverage. Yes, that's hail and snow. Hail and snow now.
Hail.
But we're going to try
We're
and
going along the
we're going to go along the
riverside
river,
path.
and we're going to catch them at the other end.
So yeah, bonus little nature ramble for you listeners. Little nature walk.
So hopefully quite a nice smooth surface for this next part of the journey. So we're heading next to the River Ray now, also part of the number 5 cycle route, which James pointed out earlier. Tree-lined river here, quite popular with cyclists for getting in and out of the city centre. No leaves on the trees at the moment, still some brambles evident. jogger comes near us, we're going to have to work out whether we'll go to the left, I think, and let her stay on the right. She runs past us. Newly planted trees here, all fruit trees. A little orchard. Just recovering our equipment there to protect it from the rain. Another pedestrian approaches, puts up their hood. On our right are the flats in that care centre we saw our postie deliver to earlier. Probably the ones on this side at a bit of a premium. We're getting the view of the greenery here. Another jogger just takes a break from running. Another one with very white trainers. Won't stay white for too long, I don't think, in this weather. And a slight incline as we head down curve of the riverside path here. Evidence of quite a lot of work being done on the riverbank here. Some of the vegetation dug up, and stones and pebbles dug into the riverbank just to aid its flow around the corner. Looking very clear today, the water actually flowing nice and clear. There's another jogger runs past, got gloves on as well. Huge boulders being placed in the riverbank to aid that little meander. James is just putting a cover on the camera there. A few bits of plastic bags stuck in the bankside bushes there, evidence of the water level having been pretty high here at some point in the not too distant past. Possibly an explanation for why the work on the riverbank's been done here, just to make the flow a little bit more even down here. If you just joined us, you're listening to live coverage of the Commentators, bringing you 12 miles of postal delivery action. We're just on our way to the next location. The posties having the advantage of a bright red van to get them from place to place. There goes a little egret just flying low over the surface of the river there. White body and bright yellow feet and legs. So there must be something in here worth eating for them.
I just see some houses through the brambles there, Craig.
That's right, I think that's the road that we're heading to, James. But, we do have to take a little bit of a circuitous route to get there, but that's where we're aiming for next. Onto the Pineapple Estate. Still following the River Ray, going in direction of the flow of the river. Starts up the edge of the city in the Waisley Hills, makes its way down here through Sturchley and past the Midlands Arts Centre, disappears for a while under buildings and roads, reappears in the Digbeth area of the city, I think. Three cyclists come past us now. One with a bright light on. The river passes under a little brick bridge covered in graffiti tags. Always good to see that. catkins on some of the trees and shrubs next to us. Yeah, head down the path, a little bit slippy underfoot. Some leaf litter, got very wet over the last few days, stuck to the ground, making it a little bit uneven underfoot. River, bright red clay banks there, a few holes in the banks, possibly the nesting holes of king.
So possibly no.
These
2 for them.
through the box they
One up.
number